Most men walk through life blind to attraction. They wait for her to say it, to confess, to spell it out. But the truth, she never will, because a woman's desire isn't spoken. It's leaked. It slips through the cracks. It drips from her silence. It lives in the way she moves when she's trying to act like nothing's there. You've felt it before. That moment, you're talking to her, but there's something under the surface, something unspoken, something real. She's being nice, she's being polite, but the energy doesn't lie. Psychologists say 90% of attraction is nonverbal. That means if you're waiting for her to say she wants you, you'll be waiting forever. Because women don't communicate desire like men do. They signal it, they leak it. They wrap it in glances, timing, silence, hesitation, curiosity. And most men, they miss it. But once you know what to look for, once your perception sharpens, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Because even if her words try to deny it, her body, her energy, and her emotional rhythm will always tell the truth. Now listen closely, not with your ears, but with the part of you that was made to lead, not chase. Because when you see these signs, she's not just interested, she's wrestling with the part of herself that's trying not to give in. Women who are secretly attracted to you always show these 3 signs. Sign number 1, her eyes which betray her. She won't say it. She won't admit it. She might even convince herself it's nothing. But her eyes, they give her away every single time. Because a woman can control her voice. She can manage her body language. She can filter her words to stay safe. But the eyes, they leak truth. When she's secretly attracted to you, her gaze won't lie. She doesn't just look at you, she studies you. She tracks your presence the way instinct tracks danger and desire. It's not a stare, it's a pull. She looks at you longer than she should, not to connect, but to imprint you into her memory, to absorb something her logic is trying to deny. Even the most composed, emotionally guarded woman can't control this. Her pupils dilate, her gaze softens, and the rhythm of her attention starts to dance. Eyes on you, away, then back again. That second glance, that's not curiosity. That's her subconscious begging for another hit. And then, the eye contact game begins. She catches your gaze, holds it just a moment too long, then breaks it, fast, as if she touched something too hot to handle. She avoids looking directly at you until she thinks you've looked away. Then her eyes are back on you like a reflex she can't suppress. When you speak, her eyes move between your lips and your eyes. She's not just listening, she's feeling the possibility, feeling the tension, feeling the parts of her mind she's not ready to confess waking up. Here's what most men will never notice. When a woman is aroused, her blink rate increases. That's biology, that's neurology, that's her nervous system trying to keep composure and failing. So if her blinks are rapid, if she seems like she's trying to hide her gaze, but keeps finding you again, you're not imagining it. That's desire leaking through her restraint. And then, the killer, the undressing glance, that full body scan she gives you when she thinks you're not watching. A flick from your eyes, to your chest, down, and back up again. It happens in a second, but in that moment, you didn't just catch her attention, you interrupted her control. And if you catch her doing it, if her face flushes, if she looks away and pretends it never happened, that's when you know. Her eyes have already made the decision. She's just waiting for you to read the signal and act. Sign number 2, her body betrays her. She can pretend with words, she can smile politely, she can even say she's not interested, but her body, it doesn't lie. Because the moment a woman is secretly attracted to you, her body starts to move before her mind has a chance to control it. And if you know how to see it, you'll feel it before she even speaks. And here are some examples. 1. The lean-in instinct. You're talking. Maybe it's casual. Maybe she's even pretending to be indifferent. But then, something shifts. Her body starts to close the distance between you, inch by inch, as if pulled by an invisible magnet. She leans in, not obviously, not aggressively, but just enough to step into your frame, your energy. Why? Because her body wants to merge with yours, to feel you, smell you, sense your presence. And here's the test. Lean back. If she follows, if her body subconsciously chases yours without a word, that's not coincidence, that's attraction, and not the surface level kind, the primal kind. 2, the mirroring spell. Watch her hands, her posture, her rhythm. You scratch your chin. 10 seconds later, so does she. You cross your arms. She does too. You lean forward. She follows. It's not mimicry, it's neurological syncing. Her mirror neurons are firing because her brain doesn't see you as separate anymore. It sees you as connection. And that's when her body starts to speak a language even she can't translate. When a woman begins to mirror you, she's already emotionally attuned, locked into your frequency, craving resonance. 3, the touch test. She laughs, reaches out, touches your arm, brushes lint off your shoulder, accidentally lets her hand graze yours. It seems harmless, playful, but it's not. It's calculated by her body, not her mind. And here's the twist most men miss. She's testing you. She wants to know how your body responds. Do you pull away? Do you lean in? Because if you touch back, if you guide her lower back gently, if your fingers brush hers with silent certainty, and she doesn't pull away, worse, she lingers, that's it. Her body has already decided. You feel safe enough to be dangerous. 4, the lower body betrayal. Her legs, her feet, the parts she thinks you're not watching, they're the most honest. If her feet are angled toward you, if her knees seem to aim in your direction, if her legs uncross when you speak, if she crosses them again while holding eye contact, she's not just comfortable. She's drawn in, subtly opening, subconsciously exposing. And if her toes start tapping, if her knee starts bouncing, that's nervous excitement. Her body reacting to the tension between you, and she doesn't even know why. Here's the truth. Her mouth might lie, her mind might deny, but her body will scream the truth in silence. Every lean, every mirror, every accidental touch, every micro shift in her lower body, they're not mistakes, they're signals. And if you're the kind of man who can read them, you'll unlock doors in her desire that she didn't even know were there. Sign number 3, her words slip. She thinks she's in control, that her words are carefully chosen, that her mouth can guard the secrets, her body already betrayed. But here's what she doesn't realize. Attraction always leaks through language. And when a woman is secretly drawn to you, her words begin to betray her. In soft slips, hypnotic loops, and veiled confessions that most men never catch. You're not most men. And here are the signs she can't help but show. 1, she says your name too much. Most men miss this. But a woman who's secretly obsessed with you can't help but repeat your name. Over and over and over. Not because she has to, but because it feels good in her mouth. Your name becomes her dopamine hit, her subtle addiction. The one phrase that makes her feel connected without exposure. It's the safest way to say, you're under my skin, but I'm not ready to admit it. So when she drops your name in the middle of casual talk, when she says it in a softer tone than she uses with anyone else, that's not conversation. That's confession disguised as familiarity. 2, she teases you like a schoolgirl. She pokes fun, mocks your shirt, jokes about your confidence, because teasing is her emotional smokescreen. It lets her dance close to vulnerability without ever admitting the truth. She's not mocking you. She's reaching for tension, pulling you into the electric charge that only exists between two people pretending not to want each other. The key? Her teasing isn't aggressive. It's playfully sharp, like a spark flying off live wire. And if you tease back, if you meet her fire with calm command, she'll melt inside. Because now you've proven you can handle her chaos without losing your center. 3. The accidental compliments. This is where the cracks start to show. She doesn't say, "You're hot." She says, "You always smell so good." Your voice is calming. "I feel so weirdly safe with you." She's not trying to seduce you. She's trying not to. But her attraction breaks through. In the form of passing praise she didn't mean to say out loud. And if you look closely, she'll blush, shift her eyes, laugh it off. That's not rejection. That's resistance failing. 4. The jealous triggers. You mention another woman. She tenses. You casually say a girl texted you. She smirks, but it doesn't reach her eyes. Then she flips it. "Oh, I bet all the girls are into you. Must be nice having your little fan club." What is she doing? Testing. She wants to see your reaction. She wants to know if you're available, but she'll never ask directly. She cloaks her jealousy in jokes, but underneath, she's screaming, "I want to be the one you think about. I want to be the only one, but I need to know I won't be played." 5. The hypothetical romance game. This is where her imagination reveals her obsession. Can you imagine if we were stuck in a cabin during a storm? If I had met you years ago, I'd probably be in trouble. What would you be like in a relationship? These aren't jokes. These aren't daydreams. These are subconscious invitations. She's already pictured it. You, her, together. She just wants to know if you've pictured it too. A woman who's secretly attracted to you will never say it outright, but she'll build a world around you with her words. A world where you're the main character, the one she trusts, the one she fights the urge to fall for. And if you hear it, really hear it, between the lines, under the jokes, inside the silences, you've entered a space no other man has reached, her unspoken world. Subscribe to the Stoic Architect, and from there, you don't chase her attention, you own her mind.